Construction Bulletin on Africa, brought to you by Construction Review, Africa's leading construction journal. I'm Eric Mange. In this week's news, South Africa's 2.4 billion Savannah City in the offing, West Africa's first offshore infrastructure facility underway, Kenya to build the first double-decker highway, Djibouti's $600 million rail to link Ethiopia with South Sudan, Kenya secures $650 million for airport expansion, GEUSADF partner in Power Africa Off-Grid Energy Challenge. And in events today we feature Bauma 2013, which took place at the Gallagher Convention Center in Johannesburg from the 18th to the 21st. Welcome. Now we begin our bulletin in South Africa, where construction group Basil Reid and the Housing Impact Fund of South Africa, better known as HIFSA, have signed the final approvals for South Africa's largest privately initiated integrated mixed-use housing development known as Savannah City. Basil Reid, Development Director, Davina Pick, says construction of the 24.5 billion development, to be located 35 kilometers south of Johannesburg's business district, is expected to start before the end of this year and would stretch over a 10-year period. Now, the 9 billion HIFSA was created by Old Mutual in conjunction with the Development Bank of Southern Africa and the Government Employee Pension Fund. Now we move on to Nigeria, where Nigeria's offshore infrastructure facility project has received a boost after indigenous companies DigiSteel Integrated Services and Dredging International signed an agreement for the development of the Ogogoro Island in Lagos. The facility, the first of its kind in the entire West Africa, is for the fabrication and maintenance of floating production storage and offloading vehicles in Nigeria. The total cost of the project is about $500 million, while the first phase, which is dredging and reclamation of the Ogogoro Island site, will take up about $100 million. The project will be handled in phases and will be finalized with loans from Skybank, Diamond Bank, and from the company's own cash flow. The facility will help bridge the gap in the provision of offshore infrastructure facilities, FPSOs, assemblage and maintenance in Nigeria and West Africa. Over now to Kenya, where hardly 2 years after Nairobi realized its dream of the first 8-lane superhighway, another big project is in the offing. The first double-decker highway, the new highway will be completed in just 4 years. Kenya National Highway Authority Director General Mesha Kidenda says the design of the road, which is funded by the World Bank and which is expected to ease the traffic congestion between the airport and Rironi, is being finalized. Now, the World Bank has loaned Kenya $291 million, while the government is expected to provide another $108.4 million for the project. The new road will transform Nairobi's infrastructure setup to that of a modern city with service lanes allowing for rapid movement of commuter buses and connections with other transport services like rail and airports. Now in Djibouti, the government has said that its rail project is under construction, will facilitate business activities and improve revenue for countries in the East African region. The rail project is being undertaken by the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation at a cost of $600 million and financed by the China Exim Bank. Djibouti's Transport Minister Musa Ahmed recently inaugurated a committee to supervise the project, expected to be completed within 2 years. Meanwhile, Ethiopia's Transport Minister Woki Gebeheru has appealed to the project handlers and the government of Djibouti to ensure its completion within the time frame for the speedy realization of its economic benefits to the countries. The Ethiopian government is also undertaking a similar project set to link Addis Ababa with Djibouti and is expected to be completed within the next 2 years. Now back to Kenya, where the Kenya Airports Authority has received full funding offers from 3 banks to build a new terminal and second runway at the main airport, hit by a massive fire recently. The plans to expand the airport, a regional gateway for passengers and cargo, are not new, but the authorities have come under additional pressure to speed up expansion after the blaze that had destroyed their rival's terminal. The new terminal and runway will provide a further capacity of 40 million passengers, seen by the government as necessary to cope with the anticipated boost to the economy and the expected exploitation of oil reserves that this will bring. Like most sub-Saharan African nations, Kenya suffers a massive infrastructure deficit, holding back its economic growth potential. The airport, built in the 70s to handle 2.5 million passengers annually, has been struggling to handle more than 6 million people a year, as its regional importance has grown. Now, the US Africa Development Foundation has teamed up with GE Africa to launch the Power Africa Off-Grid Energy Challenge in Nigeria. Now, the 3-year program will cost about $2 million, will award 20 or more grants of up to 100,000 each to African companies and organizations providing off-grid solutions that deploy renewable resources and power economic activity. The challenge is part of Power Africa, the White House-led initiative to boost growth by increasing access to reliable, affordable, and sustainable power by helping to ensure responsible, transparent, and effective management of energy resources. Nigeria and Kenya are the first countries to benefit from the initiative, but other countries like Ghana, Uganda, Tanzania, and Ethiopia could be included over the next 3 years. Now, finally, we look at Bauma Africa 2013. Bauma Africa has entered the African market with a bang. Now, the first edition of this international trade fair for construction material, building material machines, mining machines, construction vehicles took place at the Gallagher Convention Center in Johannesburg from the 18th to the 21st this year. Now, it took up 60,000 square meters of exhibition space, which makes it the biggest industry event for the sector in Africa. Various participants have expressed their satisfaction, with Lawrence Peters, chairman of CONMESA, Construction and Mining Equipment Suppliers Association, saying the outstanding success of the show exceeded their expectations by far. Now, there were about 14,700 registered trade visitors from more than 110 countries who came to the show, the premiere of Bauma Africa. 84% of the visitors came from South Africa, 6% from the African countries, and a further 10% from other continents. Gary Bell, CEO of Bell Equipment, states that the Bauma Africa worked very well for them. All in all, 754 exhibitors, 123 from South Africa and 631 that are headquartered abroad from 38 countries attended Bauma Africa. Besides South Africa, the top exhibiting countries were China, Germany, India, Italy, Korea, Spain, the UK, and the USA. Now, thanks for choosing to watch Construction Review News. For more news, the digital version of our print edition, a directory, and much more on the construction industry in Africa, visit us on www.constructionreviewonline.com. Until next week, I'm Eric.